What's up? What's up? What's up, guys? How is everybody doing? I know you can't answer that because we are not live right now. Anyways, this is a trade review video for July 31st, Friday, July 31st. Um, Today was a fantastic day. I want to show you the trades that I took, and I haven't done a trade review video for you guys in a little bit, so it's due for one. I owe you guys one, right? But also today is a great example of the number one setup that I look for. Played out fantastically, and is that a word? Fantastically, played out fantastic. I don't know. Yeah, played out fantastic. I don't think fantastically is a word. Anyways, um, so in the community, I called out four possible trades that I would be looking for today. Three of them hit. One of them didn't even the setup didn't even come. But three call outs that hit and for good money too. So I'm up a little under $4,500 today in a couple minutes. So pretty good day. So, anyways, going into the open, this is what I had on my chart. Okay. I always start with the 15-minute. Well, I do go to the daily. I like to see what's going on in the daily time frame. Don't mind all these lines. These are other important highs from previous days, and I keep those on the chart because they are still relevant if we start trading back up towards them. So, it might look a little messy right now, but when I go down to a smaller time frame, you can't see all these until price gets up there, right? Um, this is what I was looking at on the daily. You can see we've had a crazy push up since May 31st. So uh, look at all these green candles. These are all, each candle is one day. So bang, all the way up to when we made the new all time high on June 3rd. Okay. Um, so pretty crazy right there. Or sorry, I said March. I was going to say that's more than a couple days. So this was March 31st, and then up here is June 4th or June 3rd. There we go. So we had this crazy run, and then we start trading lower. I always take my fib, and I just like to see where we at on this. Do this. We okay. Look where, and this is why I love fibs, guys. Look where price comes down to. I don't know if you can see that, but that is the 50% level. Okay? I just did that in real time for you so you guys can see this is why I love fibs. Okay? Price loves to retrace at least 50%, and then you get a reaction. Sometimes you get a deeper pullback. This is the ODT entries, 70.5 and 79%. So going into the day, I was bullish because we traded back all the way to the 50% level. We got a nice reaction yesterday. My thought was we're at least going to push a little bit higher today. Who knows? You never know what's really going to happen. So that's where I started my day. Okay. We'll take this off. Then I go to my 15-minute. Okay. Come to my 15-minute, and I mark out um, all my highs and lows I need, right? So New York low, this is the open 9:30 right here from yesterday. We got the New York low. Tokyo low, which is the Tokyo Open, 6 p.m., and then Asia. So I break it down between Tokyo and Asia. You guys can do what you want. Asia opens up at 8 p.m. Okay, so I got Tokyo Open right there, which was the low. Okay, um, and then I have the Asia low. Okay, New York high has already been taken, so that's not on the chart. Okay, and then we are still in London session. So I got London high, the London low, right? And then down here, this is previous day low, and then we have this nice 4-hour low lined up with a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. This has been on my chart for several days now, and I just keep it because it's still valid, right? Look how far back it goes to. I don't even know how far back it goes. So this is from April 21st, but it's still valid. So I keep everything on my chart until it's invalid, right? So all right, so I do that. Then I look for my 15-minute gaps. You guys know I love my 15-minute gaps for trading to and from. And then for my inversions, I use 1 minute, 30 seconds sometimes. And then if I'm not finding it on those, then I go up to the 3 minute to the 5 minute, right? But usually I can find them on the 1 minute to the 3 minutes. I like using those for the inversions. Okay. So got everything on my chart. Okay. Go down to the 5 minute. Let's open this up a little bit. Okay. And I like to watch the open on the 1 minute because I want to know exactly what's happening. Okay. So before the open in the morning analysis today, what I said to everybody, and I posted it, right around here. Yeah, this is 9 o'clock. So this is when I post my analysis a little bit before the open. So we have London low, we have Asia low right below it, and we have a 50-minute order block right there. Okay. I was bullish on the day, but I was thinking probably need to go sweep some liquidity, then we will reverse, go back up to the highs. Okay. One thing I messed up on was I put my London low at the wrong marker. This is actually the London low because London opens at 3 a.m. Okay. So when I was seeing this in pre-market right before the open, I was wondering, why are we getting such a reaction upside? We haven't even swept any liquidity yet, right? Um, but we just swept it right there. This is London low now, but I didn't put into the fact that we just swept London low. So that's why we're getting this reaction right here. So I'm just watching it, and I said to the members in Discord that these are the trades that I'm going to be looking for. Thought was coming down, sweeping Asia low, respecting this 15-minute order block, reversing, going back up to London highs. Okay, that was one idea. The other idea I had, as I was seeing this happening, I also pay attention to my daily POCs and my daily value area highs and value area lows, right? So daily POC is point of control, daily point of control. I have that on my other screen, one of my other screens above me, in my order flow chart. So, anyways, I see this happening. I look at my order flow chart. I realize we're coming up towards the daily POC. So I put it on this chart right here because this is the chart that I trade off of. I said that my thought is if we break through this daily POC, I'm most likely going to scalp it up to the London highs. Okay. Then, so that was another, that was trade two. Okay. The third trade was I called out if we sweep London highs, we respect these stacked 15-minute gaps, we reverse, I will enter and hold till the lows. Okay. That was third trade. The fourth, or that was the second trade. Sorry, the third trade, or no, third trade because I already told you about the order block trade that I had an idea. Okay, so the fourth trade idea I had was if we come down and we disrespect this order block and uh, we push lower, disrespect it means we come down, we tap into it, and we continue lower, then I would look for shorts down to this stacked 15-minute gap. Okay. What happens? We come down, tap into this 15-minute bullish gap. We come back up. We retest this order block. Boom. And we shoot back down. And you could have taken it on this inversion right here. There's a little inversion right there. Or the retest. Retest, it doesn't always happen, but if you do take a retest, you will get a better entry. Put your stop above these highs, right? And you are at, let's see, That is 296 points right there that this trade played out for. Okay. So, anyways, let's go over the trades that I did take. Okay. So, before the open, like I said, right here, this big wick right here, this is the open. So, as I said, I told the community if we break through the daily POC, I'm going to go long and my TP is going to be London High. Okay. So, we break through it right before the open. So, I'm already thinking we're going higher. Okay. We open, we come down, we bounce, we respect the POC. Once I saw that and we respected the POC, I entered and put my TP at London High. Bing, bang, boom. And it was only a $700 trade because I risked half of what I typically risk because it was literally 9:30 when I entered the trade. Okay, literally we opened, we went boom and boom, right? So placing a trade that close to the open, you never know what's going to happen. So I de-risked. I risked half of what I normally risk. I made $700. Okay, cool. I'll take it. Nice $700 trade, right? So now I'm sitting on my hands and I'm just watching. Okay, this is 1 minute candles. Okay, so we break through London High, keep going up. We're up into this stacked 15-minute gap. Then I notice, what do we create right here? This right here is a bullish gap, right? So at one point, I had it like this, right? Well, it's not the right color green. Okay. I had it like this, right? So once this got created, we're in the 50-minute gap. Boom. I have my 1 minute fair value gap right there. Okay. So I just watch, sit on my hands. Okay. We get a reversal, come through, bang, we inverse it. Now we have an inversion. This is where I am now very interested in the trade. Also, on my order flow chart, I noticed trapped buyers. Buyers were getting absorbed. Okay. So, wrong one. So I enter short. Oops, that's a long position. Sorry, guys. Uh, what the heck? So I enter short, stop above the inversion, and this is where I messed up. I did make money off it, made good money off it, but so the low, London low, should have been my TP. I don't know why I did this. I put my take profit at value at VWAP, which was at the time, yeah, it was like right around here, right? Yeah, because I remember getting this reaction back up and I thought, oh, okay, that was a good take profit, but look what happens, right? I should have, when I'm looking for a bigger trade like this, what I like to do is trail my stop. So see this 1 minute gap right here? What I would do is trail my stop right above the gap. Okay. Because if we disrespect that gap, then I'm thinking we're going to push higher or we'll get a bigger pullback. And I don't hold through pullbacks. I hate pullbacks. I can always re enter the trade. That's just how I do it. You guys do it however you want to do it. Right. So I did, off of this, I did make four grand, a little under four. I think it was 4 grand because I'm at like $4,500 on the day. But so I should have had my take profit there. We hit it, and then we obviously kept going lower. And you know what? If I trailed my stop, I could have got a lot more out of it. So I left a lot of money on the table today. But I'm not going to complain about $4,500, a little over $4,500 in a couple minutes, right? I'm not that greedy. I'm happy with it. The main thing in trading is I just try to get a piece of the pie. I'm not trying to get, or a piece of the move, however you want to say it. I'm not trying to get the whole move. Our job is to just try to get 50, 100 points. You do that consistently a day, you're making good money. You know, one mini, shit, you're making some good money, right? So I mean, one mini, 100 points is 2 grand, right? One mini, 50 points, $1,500. The average person doesn't even make $300 a day. Yeah, so that's one thing about trading is once you start trading a lot, you lose the value of the dollar because you can make it so quick, right? But you always got to remember you can lose it just as quick. So when I'm in profit and I'm happy with my profits, I like to just lock it in, right? Another idea I could have done is trade micros, and I could have just taken a couple micros off, but I was trading one mini, so there's no way to trim, right? So that's always a not a bad idea to trade micros, trade 10 micros. I could have taken like 3 off right here and held 7, right? So there's so many different avenues you can go with how you want to either trail it um, or trim. So you just got to find what you're comfortable with doing. And over time, doing it over and over, you will find what you like to do. I like to trail my stop. I have trimmed in the past, but I've never really got into it. So trailing my stop or just holding through the whole entire trade. But if you're in a trade, like I was in the trade, so 657, what is this? So I was in the trade already 80 points right here. If I'm in the trade that much, I am not letting it come back and take me out, right? So I'm at least trailing it or I'm exiting the trade. I did get over that. I got, what was it? Let's check right here. Yeah, I got 120 points out of it. So, but where my take profit should have been is down here. So yeah, I left a hundred points on the table. So another $2,000 on the table. And if I trailed my stop, actually, I probably would have got taken out right here if I trailed. Let's see where I would have trailed it. I probably would have come down. Yeah, I would at least. I can't say that I would have trailed it above these wicks. At least, actually, I would have been taken out on this because I would have had it above that wick. So, so that's just another 18 points. So not bad, but I could have re-entered and taken this trade, but I was already up over 4,500 bucks for 2 trades. I take 3 trades max a day, sometimes only one. So I was happy with that, and I called it a day. So real quick, what I like to do at the end of these, I know sometimes I go on tangents of things. I want you guys to really grasp how I took this trade. So let's go over it real quick again, okay? And I'm going to leave this stuff on the chart so you can see. All right. So at the open, we break the POC. We come down, we tap into it, but we respect it. I entered long, put my take profit at London high, bing, bang, boom, out. First trade. Second trade, we come up, we take out London high, we create a bullish fair value gap. Come up, we tap into the stacked 15-minute gaps, we reverse, we inverse this gap. I entered long or entered short, take profit down at VWAP, and as I said, should have been these lows. So very simple strategy, very effective. I trade it. You see this setup pretty much every day at some point. Okay. Another thing about this setup, you need to see this V shape recovery. You need to see this. We need to see a recovery that's V shaped like this with momentum. Okay. That is very important for this setup. I do not take it if this came up and did this. That's not a strong setup, right? I'm not saying that it won't work out to the downside, but on this, I would 100% wait for a retest and then probably get in, because I want to see momentum. I want to see this, right? This was a perfect setup. I mean, there is no green candles in this, and this is the 1 minute chart. There's no green candles. Bang, right? So we come up, we sweep these highs, we respect these stack gaps, we reverse, we inverse this 1 minute gap, we enter short, we put our take profit at the swing low, and bam, that move, I didn't even say what that move was. How much overall? Come on. Overall, would that move have been for? Yeah, oh, I think it did 233 points. So, all right, guys, there it is. I hope you guys learned something from this, and we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great weekend, guys.